Hi everyone, another project today which sort of stems off the back of the bash guard on the motorbike. So I had two pieces of offcut from the sheet that I was working off, and what I'm going to do today is make some like tyre rails for the trailer to put the front wheel of the bike into for when I tie it down. So this was one of the sheets I was left with, and I'm hoping to get two out of this. So I've only just started squaring up the edges here, and I haven't really marked out anything. My idea is to make it at least 150 wide, which will allow for the biggest rear tyre should I choose to like put the bike in backwards, back wheel first. That should do the largest knobby tyre that you can get at 150 mil, and then obviously whatever's left over is for the sides. Okay, so what I've done is I've found my center line. It doesn't matter what size sheet you use, but you've got to find your center line. So I've got my center line here, and then I've got 75 and 75 either side of that, which will give me my 150, so the tray part that the wheel sits in. And then these side pieces will be folded up, and then obviously somewhere here we'll have to put a V-cut in to be able to bend that up on that. I'm guessing it's about a 45-degree angle, and yeah, see how we go. Okay, just with some guesswork, I'm guessing that what I would need to do is measure from the center of the axle out to the tyre here, and that's 340. So where you want your direction to change would be probably in line with the axle. It's the center of the rim. So no matter which way you measure, it's 340. So I'm going to make my bend at 340 out from the center of the axle. If you've got small bikes, then I'm guessing you would do the same, but you'd end up with a lot less. You might end up with like 280 or something like that. So yeah, it'll be different for every bike. Okay, we've got our 340 marked there. So this is where we'll make our bend. This is obviously where I'm going to cut the sheet in half. So I've got this much to bolt down onto the trailer floor. So that should be enough. One bolt here, one bolt here, and that should be here actually, but that should be adequate. Again, I'm going to use a jigsaw to cut through this because it's a hell of a lot easier than using a grinder. And I'm just going to use a little bit of this along the edges, or along the lines where I need to cut, because it seems to help the jigsaw go across the surface more easily. It doesn't bind. So let's give it a crack. Okay, the sheets are trimmed up along the edges, and I've made a cut in here where I intend to make the fold. I'm extremely lucky to have this stainless steel bench for making the bends, but you can always use the side of a trailer, or you could even try it on a wooden bench. But yeah, you've got to hit pretty hard when you don't have a folding brake. So just be aware that you might might shake a wooden bench to pieces. There's one side bent. Just got to repeat the process 4 times. Okay, because I need to sort of hang this over the edge of something, I'm going to use the edge of the trailer here to make these last two bends. Okay, I've just brought it in to have a look at the angle of the bend. So I've actually flipped this around. This was going to be the high side here, and this was going to be the lower side. But yeah, I'll flip it around and we'll have a look. Okay, that's probably a little better. Like the center of the wheel is still sitting inside the tray here, so I don't see any problem with that. So I think we'll still go the high side, because it gives us a little bit more up the height of the tire to lock it in. So I think our angle's pretty good. I'll start making the cuts, and we'll get this thing bolted together. Okay, I got two self-tapping screws in there just to hold it all in. I'll go back and check the angle on the wheel, and we'll see if we need to adjust it at all. Okay, it fits the back wheel really nice. I intend to put a wider knobby on this, so that will easily accommodate the bigger tyre. Okay, that's roughly how she'll sit in the trailer. Put 2 bolts down in through here, or even 4 bolts, whatever is required, or one opposite the other, offset. So I'm going to round some corners here and make it look a little bit neater. No sharp edges or anything like that. So I'll get rid of all those. I'll cut the excess of the screws off, and we'll make it look pretty. Okay, I'm just going to use this tin lid to get my radiuses on the corner. There we go, all corners rounded, and the screws cut off. The only thing left to do now is drill the holes in the bottom, and that's a really cheap and easy way to make yourself a trailer stand for your front wheel or your back wheel. No welding involved, no sheet metal brake needed, just a hammer and a couple of screws and a grinder and a jigsaw. Not bad for a bit of scrap metal. It's come in handy. So yeah, easy to make. Probably take you about an hour.